At what point do you say my girl is more important than my friends?
I'll never say that because I don't feel like it should never be unclear. Once I establish that this woman is my future,
that's it.
You know the deal. And the reason I say that is because that's the approach I take with someone else. That's probably the problem because like, yo, I'm taking this approach with you. You've known me 10 years. I don't know how long you been with Brittany.
2.
I just know she's more important than me.
Hey,
know
that.
I
That's real.
Like as your friend,
Yeah.
I know she's more important than me.
Yeah.
I know that because that's your future.
And he is 100% correct. My wife is definitely more important than my friends. It's crazy because I saw a couple of videos a while back. The first video, the guy was just talking about how basically we need to stop cutting off our friends for relationships. Basically, the relationship that you have with your friend should basically outrank the new relationship that you're building with a person that may potentially become your spouse. And to me, that's nonsense.
It is nonsense.
Because again, as a friend, look, I get where he's coming from. Okay, you've known this friend for quite some time, maybe longer than you are,
I definitely have friendships longer than I've known you.
Yeah.
They still don't outrank you.
That's the thing though. That whole significant other, that verbiage right there, the significant part should let you know that there is a ranking system here. And to say that your friends should come before your significant other, that's kind of weird to me. I know a lot of people, especially a lot of women, they like to say, well, if a guy leaves the woman,
I think
destitute,
that's what this whole thing is based in.
Yeah. If the guy leaves the woman destitute, then who you gonna lean on? You're gonna come back and you're gonna talk to your friends.
I'm the friend that you're gonna come to when he break your heart.
But you ghosted me for this dude. Now, do I think that you should be ghosting
Absolutely
your friends?
not.
No, I don't think you should be ghosting your friends. But to say that you're not gonna put the priority level higher with the person that you're actually in the relationship with, higher than what the level would be with your friends, I think that would be ridiculous to say that your friends should come first. Because how do you balance what's more important? If you have that type of outlook, do you look at it and you're just like, well, let's flip a coin? But obviously, if there's a situation where your friend is hurt and everybody in your relationship is fine, then go and see about your friend. Go help your friend. But I think the problem is a lot of times these conversations come up and a lot of people, mainly women, like to say that, well, he gonna hang out with his boyfriends and he gonna go out and he gonna cheat and he gonna do all this type of stuff. And I think some dudes might do that.
Some.
However,
but the flip is also true.
Right. However, like you just said, the flip is also true. And you don't typically hear this type of conversation, at least being broadcasted publicly from men. I do think that you should definitely have a life outside of your spouse or your mate. But again, I'm going to say this again. To say that the person that is outside of your spouse or your mate comes in at a higher priority level is just insane, because what's the point in getting married? You're going to tell me that your family, the person that created the family with you, had kids, you had kids with the person, created whole other human beings with this person. You're going to tell me that person does now outrank somebody that you used to chill with and go to the club with and party with. And
I mean, friendships are sometimes deeper than that.
Yeah. I agree with that. They are deeper than that. But I don't care how deep they are. The person that I laid down with and created a human being with, that relationship to me holds a lot more stake.
But not just that you created a human being with, because I think the overlay of that was, at what point does your significant other, I guess, outrank your friendships? I have friendships that are 25 plus years old, and we are knocking at 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the question is very much rooted in the situations where you get into this new relationship and you do just ghost your friends. Oh, I got this new boo, I got this new girl, this new dude,
Happens a lot.
whatever, and my friends are put on the back burner, right? So the question is legitimate to an extent. Like if you just started dating this person, does all of your friendships now go on the back burner? But I think the true question is, what is this relationship that you're building? Are you building a future with this person? Are you heading towards something? Is there something actually being built there? Again, no one is saying ghost your friends, because your friends, that's
a foundation.
yeah, that is your foundation. That's your sisterhood, your brotherhood, your support system, right? But when you're building a relationship, you're building a new life with someone, and those friendships have to figure out how to fit into that new life.
Right.
And that's what it boils down to, is fitting those old relationships into new relationships.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Now, I'm going to say this, though. Some friendships do need to be ghosted.
This is
some
true.
Some of y'all know that you got that one or maybe two friends that they do a lot of stuff that you probably should not be associated with. And some of y'all got friends that are in relationships. They're not ghosting you, but you know they cheating and you're not saying anything. Or maybe you are saying something, but you're still hanging with this person. And this goes for both people, both sides. This goes for both men and both women. Some of y'all do need to cut off some of these friendships.
Some of y'all needed to cut off them friendships
Before
you even got into a relationship with somebody else. They just weren't good friendships.
But I think another part of this, you said you got, figuring out where to fit in with that particular, relationship that your friend has entered into. And this is for, I guess you can look at it for both sides, for the friend that is the person outside of the relationship and for the actual person that's in the relationship. When you're trying to fit in, I think a lot of the anger and maybe, the vitriol and the animosity might come from, I don't know where I fit in with this person now.
Yeah.
Because this used to be the person that I would do certain things with, and now this person doesn't want to do.
And I call them at a drop of a hat, and they
Right.
pick up and go.
Right. And, and you see, that's another can of worms, the pick up and go. To me, I don't want to just, I want to be considerate of my spouse or of my mate. I'm not just going to be getting up and just dipping out, It's not a matter of asking
Right.
your mate or your spouse.
You're not asking permission. You're being considerate.
Right. You're being considerate. You're just letting them know, hey, I'm gonna go here, gonna be here this day. I just want to let you know. But some people are gonna be like, oh, that's just controlling. You have no reason to let this person know where you're going. They're not your mom, they're not your dad. But it's consideration factor. And if you want your relationship to work, and don't get me wrong, obviously this might work for some people. Some people might just be able to pick up and go. That just seems weird to me. That's just me. No judgment. If y'all are doing that, hey, do y'all. But to me, I believe that, you should be considerate of the other person and let them know where you are, because it's a safety factor.
For me, 90% of it is a safety factor, because I just watch too much TV and I'm afraid I'm going to be kidnapped. So he knows everywhere I am, and I expect to know everywhere that he is, because if you come up missing, you need a starting point to look.
Right. Little breadcrumbs. I need to know something. I need to at least know where you're going to head to.
Right. It's important.
But back to, the fitting in factor. If I'm a person, right, that I got a homeboy that just likes to go to strip clubs and stuff like that all the time. And I would frequent these strip clubs with him. If he get into a relationship and she don't like that, and that was the only time we really hung together. First of all, was that really a friendship?
I was about to say, y'all need to reevaluate your friendship.
It seems kind of shallow. But if that was the case, and that was all I was really doing in the friendship, then, and now he's not doing that anymore, then I don't truly fit in anymore.
No.
So some people, I don't see dudes getting upset about that.
About not hanging out with their boys.
Yeah, I don't see them getting upset. Maybe feeling some type of way, but getting all I can't stand this dude anymore. I don't see dudes acting like that.
I mean, I've not experienced it.
You
no.
haven't experienced it.
No.
Okay.
From guys.
Okay. From guys.
Right.
But what about from women?
But y'all, listen, y'all have heard my story about being a horrible single friend to my married friend. I'm better now.
But but I guess we got to clear some of the air because, the last time we talked about friendships and relationships and where the friend fit in, somebody blazed us in the comments and wrote a whole slathering novel down there and just, man. So I guess we need to kind of clear up some things and kind of give a bit more of an explainer of what we think or how a outside friendship should fit with a relationship. What do you think on that?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because it really is relationship specific.
Yeah, it's different.
For me, I'm the type of person that will go and sit in the house with you and we take a nap and watch some crime shows and eat some food, and that's totally fine. And your husband can sit right there on the couch and watch with us. It doesn't matter to me. It's not a big deal. I'm actually friends with my best friend's husband. Not a big deal.
You're not single though.
I'm not single.
Yeah, this is because remember the person.
I was friends with him when I was single though.
Right, but I'm saying though, you remember the person that wanted some clarification and
She
basically
was
said
single.
that we were trash people for the way we talked about this. Anyway,
I'm sorry,
she
girl.
was single and she was having a hard time trying to figure out how she would fit in with her newly married, or maybe newly
I think
relationship.
the friend was getting married.
Yeah.
Or newly married.
and
Something
she
along those
was
lines.
looking for videos and conversations on how a single female friend would be able to fit in within the confines of a
I think you
relationship.
have to sit down with that friend and y'all have an open conversation about it. That's really what it boils down to. Because the way that I may approach it may be different from the next person.
That is true.
Like
That is true. Well, how would you approach it?
my single friend lived with us. Like we were whole roommates when we back. Like it's whatever. Wherever you want to come, just come. We all lived together and it was just peachy.
Okay. All right.
I'm a very go with the flow type of person though. And I really do think that it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just it depends on the person. You have to have the conversation with your friend. You know your friend. If this is your close friend, you know your friend. And yes, you do change a little bit when you get into a serious relationship, get married and things like that. But at your core, you're still who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sit down with your friend and find out, hey, does this mean that I can't just pop up at the house anymore? Like, hey, let's swing out to brunch. Or is it still cool if I hit you with a invite 5 minutes before I'm heading to your house? Like it needs to be an open conversation.
It needs to be an open conversation, but then the question becomes, what if that question is met with, nah, you can't just pop up at my house, and nah, I can't just get up and go because I need to be considerate of my mate.
Then you have to respect that.
You do have to respect it, and then you also have to understand that you may not be getting ghosted,
Right.
but the thing is, there are certain boundaries now.
Right.
And
their availability is different.
Right. There are single activities and there are relationship activities. And I know people they're gonna disagree with that, but that is the truth. Certain things you probably would do while you're single that you wouldn't do while you're in something, serious. And I can see people now. Well, what would that be?
A 2-week long girls trip. I ain't going nowhere for 2 weeks without my husband.
Well, why not?
Because I like him.
Well, sounds like you're codependent.
It's a healthy codependence, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, but the thing is, something that you would be doing while you're single would be, out looking at girls, looking at dudes, trying to talk to girls, trying to talk to dudes. Like, I don't think people would respect you doing that in the inside of a relationship. So that's one thing that you shouldn't be doing, or you wouldn't be doing, unless it's an open relationship and y'all have had a conversation about it and everybody's fine with it. Then that's different, But I don't think most relationships are open.
Being a wingman or a winger,
Right?
That would probably be inappropriate.
And the crazy
as
thing,
a married person.
The crazy thing about that is people still be doing that.
No, that's inappropriate, y'all.
People really still be out here doing that. Like, I don't know what's going on with y'all and the way y'all structure y'all relationships, but that's if your spouse or your mate isn't okay with that, and you think that
But
they might not be. 9
times out of 10, they probably not even talk. They not coming home saying, "Hey, babe, I was so and so's wingman."
No, they're not coming home and saying that. But the thing is, though, if you don't feel that you can come home and say that,
you probably shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be doing it. And I would say you probably got a little toe in over the line of cheating. If you can't voice those things, if you feel like you can't voice certain things, then you probably cheating. Some cheating activities going on. I see being a wing person as a form of cheating, because what exactly are you doing as a wing person?
I mean, you got to at least flirt.
Yeah. But
bare minimum.
But see, people not seeing flirting as cheating.
I don't.
And this conversation is going a totally different direction.
It is totally different. I don't know if I see it as cheating. I definitely see it as inappropriate.
Definitely inappropriate.
But I don't know that I would call it cheating. I wouldn't like it.
No, you're right. So if you find out that I was flirting with some women, I'm
gonna tell you that I don't like it. Don't do it no more.
That's what.
What you want me to do?
I don't want you to do anything. I'm just saying. That seems interesting.
I'm not about. I don't scream, fuss, and fight. That's not gonna happen.
I'm not saying that you should do that, but I would consider that if I walked up and caught you cheating. That's because that's what it is. Yeah, it caught you flirting with somebody. That would be a pretty big sign of cheating to me.
Okay.
Because why would you? What are you flirting about?
I don't even know how to flirt.
Because flirting opens the door to something else, does it not?
I mean, lots of things open the doors to something else.
And would you consider a lot of those things?
Conversation can open the door to something else. That's just cheating is inappropriate. I agree with that wholeheartedly, no doubt about it.
Cheating is inappropriate.
Cheating,
of course.
Lord have mercy.
Of course.
Flirting is inappropriate. I don't know that I would call it cheating, though. It's definitely inappropriate and not acceptable for me.
Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't call it cheating. So why is it not acceptable?
I don't know.
What's unacceptable about it?
Don't be in nobody else's face.
I can
Kiki and laughing.
You can flirt in DMs.
Don't be in nobody's DMs flirting either.
Why not?
It's inappropriate.
What's inappropriate about it?
I don't like it.
You're not answering the question.
I'm not, because I don't know how to answer it. I just know that I don't like it and I won't accept it.
I want to know, why is it not considered cheating, but it's inappropriate?
Okay, so if I wore a short skirt, that would be deemed inappropriate, but not cheating.
But you're not dealing with another person, though.
If I walk out this house in a short skirt, somebody's going to deal with me.
Yeah, that's not cheating, and that is inappropriate. But the whole premise of flirting is you're actually interacting purposely with someone else. Now, if you're walking out of the house dressed inappropriately, based on how I feel something is, okay? Y'all can think whatever y'all want to about what's inappropriate and what's not, but I'm different. But anyway, if you walk out the house in something that I consider inappropriate, no, that's not cheating. It's very inappropriate, and I would feel slightly disrespected. But unless you were walking out of the house dressing that way specifically for someone else on your way to go flirting, then you're cheating.
I feel like it's unacceptable and disrespectful to me for you to be flirting.
Right.
I still don't consider it cheating.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess we differ on that.
We agree that it's inappropriate and unacceptable, and it should not and will not be happening.
It's cheating.
Duly noted.
And you can think whatever you want to on that. You're not gonna catch me out
I'm
there
not gonna do
flirting.
it, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, but back to the friend situation. So, again, like you said, you definitely need to go ahead and have that good old conversation with the person that you say is your friend. And obviously it must be a friend of a pretty long span of time if you feel like you need to actually have this type of conversation. I mean, I think most people should naturally just fall back. Just a little bit. That's that, and you were a very interesting person for that, because you can't.
That's my friend.
Huh?
That's my friend. That's how I feel. This is my friend.
It's your friend, but it is not. Are you sleeping with this friend?
No.
Right. Have you been inside this friend?
No.
Exactly. That's a totally.
I understand that now.
That's definitely a hierarchy problem situation right there. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anybody would be like, I'm just going to put my mate here and my friend here. And I guess
and I really don't care how good of a friend they are. It doesn't matter that they're a great friend. They could never. I can't say they can never be what your significant other is, because some of y'all choose trash significant others. But ideally, your friend can never be what your mate is to you.
And I think if you are a proper friend, you more than likely would realize that, hey, I can't be hanging with this person like that as much as I used to. We can't do a whole lot of the same things, because we used to be out staring at dudes in gray sweatpants, or dudes used to be out, just looking at all the gams walking down the street, whatever y'all was doing. But I don't think that would be appropriate to be doing.
And it doesn't even necessarily have to be something inappropriate, though. It could just be that y'all spent like every day together. Y'all were all, how they have that saying, when you see them, you see me type situation.
Mm-hmm.
That is no longer something that can happen, because they supposed to be with they significant other,
right,
and spending that time together. So it's not all about, well, what we were doing is no longer appropriate for a married couple or a married person or someone in a significant relationship. It really is, it boils down to something as simple as you don't have as much time to allot to a friend, because now you are giving that time to a significant other.
Yep. And I mean, my takeaways are: sit down, have that conversation.
For sure.
Let it be open-ended. Know your friend, especially if you say y'all have been friends for quite some time. Know when to fall back. Also, accept the answer that's coming to you if it's your friend. If you are the person that's getting into the relationship and your friend is bringing this to you, then you need to make sure that you're not ghosting your friend.
Or maybe you bring it to your friend. You don't necessarily have to wait on the friends to bring it to you. If you're the person getting into the relationship, then sit down and have the conversation with your friend. Like, hey, and in a lot of cases, it honestly is kind of natural. Like, there doesn't necessarily have to be a conversation. It's just kind of understood that I'm not as available as I was now, because now I have this significant other. And also make time for your friend to spend time with your significant other, especially if they're going to be a part of your life for a long time, because now you come as a package for the most part. And why wouldn't you want your friend to know your significant other?
Not necessarily a package, though. I don't think they come as a package. I understand what you're saying.
Like,
but
me and you not a package?
Yes, but I'm not a package to your single friends.
No, I'm talking about me and you are a package,
yes.
Right? But I would like you to spend time with me and my friend, not you and my friend by yourselves, but like,
I know
we all hang out together in a group setting type situation.
You're right, but for the most part, I can only speak for myself. I don't see myself as wanting to hang out with you and your friends.
That's because of who you are as a person.
Yeah, you think most dudes would want to do that?
I
though?
think my two best friends, I hang out with them and their husband and boyfriend, not all the time, but I do hang out with them. You are just a loner person, and that's okay.
Okay. I think the majority of men out there are not going to be pressed about trying to hang with their mate and her homegirls
Pressed, no.
as a package deal. Now, I do think you should definitely be meeting them and knowing a bit about the homegirl or the homeboy so you can kind of gauge what type of friendship this is and also gauge what type of trouble or not trouble your mate could be getting into with this type of person. But that's just.
He's known my friends as long as he's known me. So
And they're trouble.
They are not.
I'm kidding. Y'all all right.
He just over it.
Y'all all right. But yeah, I don't have anything else. You got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, close us out, man.
All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.